Hello everyone, welcome in. So glad to see you guys. Since 2002, no Republican has won the New York Governorship, but this time, Republicans have a chance to win the governorship in New York. In fact, in the past month, more national attention has been placed on New York over their competitive governor's race. Weirdly enough, Democrats are also investing resources into a state that voted for Joe Biden by over 20 points. Polls also show that Republican Lee Zeldin is within 6 to 7 points of Democrat Kathy Hochul, which is certainly unusual in a typical election cycle. That has given the GOP the best fighting chance of electing a Republican governor in New York really in over 20 years. But despite this, no poll actually has Lee Zeldin leading Hochul. The best poll had Hochul leading by 2 points. Despite this, it's not impossible for Zeldin to win the state of New York. This, of course, comes under a time where Joe Biden and the Democratic Party are facing heavy scrutiny for their handling of crime, immigration, as well as the economy. All of these struggles for the Democrats have funneled down to New York, where voters in upstate New York, as well as suburban parts of New York City, care the most about crime and the economy. Lee Zeldin, the Republican nominee, has leaned especially hard into crime as well as COVID lockdown policies that Hochul supports. When it comes to crime, New York right now is currently experiencing the biggest crime wave, really since the 1990s. Zeldin has advocated for a tough-on-crime approach that would drastically expand the police department and remove cashless bail. Zeldin has also been incredibly critical of New York's intense lockdown policies, long advocated for and said by, New York Democrats. After all, the lockdowns, as well as the vaccine mandates, affect New Yorkers in their everyday lives, which is sure to affect how New Yorkers view Hochul. And remember, it's not just the gubernatorial race that is closed over the past month, it's also the House races that are becoming incredibly competitive. There are 7 competitive New York House races in the state, which is unusual for New York, and terrible news for New York Democrats. Even if Lee Zeldin doesn't win, his presence may be enough to pull many Republican candidates from these congressional races over the finish line in New York. It's gotten so bad that there's a real chance that the Republicans could take both the New York governorship and take a majority of the House seats in the state. Although New York is generally thought of as a blue state, it often closely follows national political trends and can swing politically in election cycles. If New York falls into GOP hands, it'll be a disaster for the Democrats, and with current polling trends, there's a real chance that a Republican can actually win the state of New York. With that, the aim shifts to other races, more particularly Senate races. One of the most important Senate races is the Senate race in Georgia, where Republican Herschel Walker now holds a slight lead over Raphael Warnock. I explain all of that in this video right here. And of course, if you liked the video, please consider subscribing. And as always, guys, peace.